Hi everyone, hope you're all well. In today's video, we are going to go over how to make a consulting website using Wix. Wix is a very user-friendly platform and it's easy to use as well, so definitely something to consider if you're wanting to create a good-looking website that's affordable and easy to use. So let's get started. So why should you use Wix for your consulting website? It's a great option for small businesses that have consulting needs, that want to create a professional and user-friendly website without having to spend a lot of money or hire a web developer. It's easy to use because of the drag and drop website builder, making it really easy to create a professional looking website. And everything's drag and drop, so there's no coding knowledge required. The various pricing plans makes it affordable. It even includes a free plan, so you can choose an option that best fits your budget. It's scalable, it's reliable as well. In addition to that, Wix offers a number of features and templates that are specifically designed for consulting websites. For example, you can use Wix to showcase your services, book appointments, and build relationships with your clients. Overall, it's a great option for consultants who are looking for an easy-to-use, affordable, and flexible way to create a professional website. If you're looking for a great way to create a professional website for your consulting business, I highly recommend Wix. So let's talk about some features that should be on your consulting website. You need clear and concise messaging. The website should clearly state what services the consulting firm offers and how those services can serve potential clients. There should be a strong call to action. There should be testimonials and case studies from satisfied clients that can help build trust and credibility with potential future clients. The About Us page should provide more information about the consulting firm, its team members, and its values, a little bit even about the consulting process as well, so people know what to expect. And some contact information. A website that should make it easy for potential customers to reach them, either by phone, email, or a contact form. Even if you want to leave your social media links as well, would be really good. A blog is a great way to share the firm's expertise through leadership on industry trends and topic. And a good portfolio can showcase the firm's work and accomplishments as well. So let's get started creating our Wix account. So the first thing that you want to do is go onto wix.com on their website, and you'll be able to see everything sort of listed out here. And what you want to do is just click on Get Started to actually get started and creating your account. So it's really simple to sign up, and it's free to sign up as well. You want to type in your email and you want to choose a password, or you can sign up with a Google account or a Facebook account, and this will make it easier, obviously, to log in the future, and quicker to sign up as well. But all you need to do is type in your email and choose a password. And once you get started with your account, it will start asking you questions based on the type of business that you want to create a website for. And this will help in terms of setting up your account settings, setting up with the appropriate types of business tools, and also helps you create in choosing a template if that's what you want to go for. So you just want to decide if you're creating a business for myself or for a client or freelancer. And then it'll ask to start building your website with AI. So Wix have invested a lot in their AI tools, and what you can do is you can choose to set up your Wix website with the help of AI, and that way you're not starting completely from scratch. You are kind of starting from a base point, but you can always edit the layout and you can always edit some of the pages as well afterwards if you're not fully happy with what the AI has come up with, but it gives you a good starting point. So we'll check out the AI. If you don't want to set up with the AI, you can always just click Set Up with AI. So we're just going to click Start Chat, and it's just going to go through and ask us a couple of questions about the website and help us get started. So again, we are creating a website with Wix. So first of all, what do you want to call your site? We are just going to give whatever answer. What you can do is you can also rephrase the question. If you don't understand the question, you can ask the AI to rephrase it for you. And if you're not sure about an answer, or if you're not sure what you want to give it, for example, in this question, you're not sure what you want to name your website, you can always click on Help Me Answer, and it'll essentially ask the AI for some suggestions on how to answer. So it'll basically just help you answer the question if you're not fully sure how to answer the question. So we are going to call And it's just going to continue asking us questions about our business. So for example, in this website, in this next question, it's asking us what kind of business is our website about. So we are just going to write what the business is going to be about, and we'll also write what we plan to have. So would like to sell products, or you can write would like to write a blog, would like to make it a consulting website, things like that. And you just want to keep answering questions so the AI can really understand what your website is about. As you can see, as I'm answering these questions, it is creating a sort of profile on what our site is going to be about, and it's going to use that to essentially create a website with the branding and with the colors, with the text that works well with our website. All of this again can be edited later, but it gives a good kind of starting off point instead of using generic lorem ipsum content. You can also skip questions if you're not wanting to answer at this moment, so it's completely up to you, or you can just continue by ending the chat as well. And next it's going to take you to your dashboard. So this is our website dashboard, and it's very personalized to set up apps and set up the steps personalized to the website that we've told the Wix AI Builder that we want to create. So what we're going to do first, we are going to go into the design site button, and we're going to start designing our site, editing it, and doing everything that we need to. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and start setting up our subscription products as well. So this is the final design. This is the final website. So you've got your homepage here, and this is exactly the homepage that we had selected in the beginning. And then you can see at the top we've got all the pages added as well. We've got all the social media links set. And we've got all the shop functionality all there here as well. So at this point there's different things you can do. Technically all the content here and everything that's been added you can use. So all these images, all the background images, the iconography, they're all things that are free to use, and essentially your site is ready to publish if you wanted to go publish with this now. But really what you want to do is fine-tune the design details. So if there's certain fonts that's being used that you don't like, if there's certain colors being used that you don't like, you want to change those. And then you want to go through every single page, every single section, and just change the content, update the imagery, update the content and things like that. So the way the editor works, so you have your actual page here. This is your website, but the back end, so this is how you would change everything. And then on the left here, you have the actual options. So you've got the option to add elements. So every single item on your page, so like the heading, every single button, those are known as elements. So you can add additional elements to your site. You can add additional sections to your site. And these are pre-built sections, so you don't need to worry about fully designing up a new section. You just click into section and you can see all these pre-built sections that can be automatically added to your website as well. So you want to click into the section that you want to add and drag it onto the section, to the page, wherever you want it. At the top you can see things like your navbar. So this is essentially the domain where you can connect your domain. You can switch to mobile view. So if you click into this mobile toggle here, you can start editing your site in mobile and see what your site looks in mobile and make any edits that you need to here. So for example, the header is quite large. So what you want to do is just adjust the header here and just create a little bit shorter. It's important to note though, with the changes that you make on mobile won't affect the items that are in desktop as well. So me shortening the height of that isn't shortening the height of that on desktop. It only shortens the height on mobile. Also along the top you have the pages, so you can switch between different pages this way. If you just click on the drop down and you just click into each page, you can just go in and look at the page that you have and make the edits if you need to. And then you've got the edit, undo and redo buttons at the top, and then you've also got the tools as well, so you can click on the tools that you want when you're editing. So you have the grid lines and you have snap to objects, so if you can get rid of these as well, and you can also add rulers if you wanted, and you can add different layers as well. You can also decide if you want to zoom in or zoom out the view, but it's up to you how you want to do that. So the first thing that we want to do is show you how to edit the theme, so the colors and the fonts that's being used. So if you go on the left here and you're looking for site design, you are looking for site theme here, you want to click on customize, and it's split between colors and text. So this is essentially the colors and text that are being used across your site. So as you mentioned, every single section and every single thing on your site is known as an element, and every element that's on your site follows a style rule. So for example, every heading type, so this is the heading 1, the beauty store at your service, that's a heading 1, and all the heading 1s follow a specific style rule. All the heading 2 follows a specific style rule. All the heading 3s follow a specific style rule. So it's up to you how you want to decide how you want those styled. It just means then there's consistency whenever you're adding different paragraphs and you're adding different headings. All the same heading types look the same, and it just makes your website design a little bit more consistent. There's lots of color theme presets available for you to apply it to your site, so you can do your own customizations, or you can just pick a preset that's in here. All of these themes have been carefully created with complementary colors that cover a range of different styles. They have sleek and sophisticated pastels, and they have bold and bright palettes as well, so you want to browse through the presets and choose the perfect option for your brand. Or you can also customize the colors as well. So to choose and customize the color theme, you want to go into the color theme here, and you essentially just want to customize each of the color types. So as well as appearing on the color picker, your theme colors are used across your site in different ways. So you have color 1, and color 1 is used as background and text. So color 1 is used for background and text across your site, and if you've added the Wix apps like the Wix stores, the Wix blogs, if you add those onto your site, those pages use the same background and text colors as well. In most cases, you'll see that the brightest tint, so tint 1, which is over here, is used for the background, whereas the darkest tint, so this is tint 2, is for text. So we recommend creating sort of a high contrast pairing so that the information on your site is easy to read and kind of stands out. Then you have color 2, and this is your action color. So you drive visitors to make the choices you want by selecting an action color that kind of stands out. And this color is used for actionable elements like links, buttons, any kind of menu elements. It also appears in themed elements like buttons and boxes, as well as pages related to Wix apps like the Wix stores or Wix blogs or the forums, things like that. The tint in the middle is the one that's used most frequently, so you want to choose something that contrasts with your background. That way the most important elements in your site are accessible and they're noticeable as well. Then you have colors 3, 4, 5, and these are additional colors. So choose 3 colors that complete your kind of color scheme. They are displayed in various areas on your site, so they should match and complement the colors that you've selected as well. Then if you go back, you have the text theme, and it's the same kind of theme as your site theme. So each of your elements, your heading 1 all the way down to your paragraph 3s, they all follow a style rule. So when you add a heading 1 to your website, this is the style rule that they follow. When you add a heading 4, this is the style rule they follow. So if you're not a fan of, like, for example, the font styling, all you need to do is just click into each of these and just change the font style to whatever it is that you want to change it to. And then that will essentially apply across to your entire site. As you are changing, you want to make sure that you go through each of the pages and make sure everything looks good. So you can just change the sizing, change the layout of things, and then just drag and drop everything to where you want it. But yeah, the theme makes it really easy for you to customize every single part of your website without doing everything one by one. It kind of takes every part of your website and applies all the style rules. So now what you want to do is actually start editing your site to how you want it. So as I mentioned before, everything about Wix is drag and drop. So for example, if I wanted to add, say, a paragraph, so if we remove this, for example, if I wanted to add a paragraph here to add more content, what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to do is widen this section a little bit to make some space. So I'm going to click on this drag drop here, and you want to just click on this section, and then you want to widen this section as well, and you just want to make some space essentially. And now I'm going to drag on an element. So I'm going to add on a paragraph element. So I'm going to go into add elements, and then I'm going to go into paragraph, and I'm going to look for one of the paragraphs that I have, and I'm going to click and just drag that to where I want it. And then just widen the box a little bit so there's space. And then you've got the content here. If you click on edit text, you can then change the alignment if you wanted to. You want to avoid changing the theme so much because as I mentioned before, if you add one of the theme styles, if you add the paragraph 1, if you change it to a paragraph 1 text, it's going to use paragraph 1 theme, so you don't need to change the styling so much. Maybe you might need to change the alignment, but I wouldn't change so much like the fonts or the font size. And then you can also, within that, you can type in the actual text that you want to add as well. So there's no coding required in order to add that paragraph. I just needed to look for the paragraph, make some space for it, and then drag it onto the page as well. As I scroll down, I can do the same for all of these sections. So I can, if I wanted to add, for example, a title here, what I'm going to do is, again, just widen the section that this product row is in, click and drag that down a little bit, and then I'm going to add a title. So I'm going to go back into elements, and I'm going to go into text, and I'm looking for the titles text, theme text here, and I'm going to add one of the headings, and I'm going to click and drag that onto the section. And with the guidelines, I can sort of place it in the middle. You can see as I'm dragging it around, so this is now in the middle of the page, and then I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to click on edit text, and I'm going to type in the title I want for this section. So I'm going to call it bestsellers, and I'm going to make sure that the products here are the best-selling products. And again, I'm just going to make sure that's all centered, and just make sure it's all spaced out nicely. And yeah, so you've got the intro here, then you've got a little bit of the title and some products here. And you just want to keep doing that for every single section. If there's sections here that's missing some content, then you want to add that content. If there's sections that doesn't look great, that you want to change it, you can do that as well. And you just want to go through each of them and just make sure that it looks exactly how you want it to look as well. And as you're adding things, you want to also make sure that when you switch to mobile, it still looks good on mobile. So things like the section here, so obviously this section is, with the paragraph, it's a bit too high, so I'm going to click into that little paragraph, and I'm going to click in and just make sure that it's scrolled down a little bit, and just make sure it's all aligned perfectly. And I'm going to scroll down and just keep checking it on mobile as you're adding more and more things. Once you're happy with things, what you want to do is click on save to save your progress. Wix does autosave, but you also want to make sure you keep saving yourself so that it's definitely saved. It might not autosave every single point, but it usually does autosave so that after every time you make a change. Other things you can do, for example, I want to increase the width of that so you can see the pages more, and you can also change the styling of these as well. So if you click on the nav bar, click on customize design, and you want to just give it some styling issues as well. When it comes to the nav bar, you don't want anything too busy, and you want to make sure everything is sort of aligned okay, and that people can see like the text, they can see your logo, they can see all the information there as well. So as I mentioned before, if you wanted to switch pages, what you want to do is go into the page here, and you want to just select the page that you want to edit. And you can see now I've switched to the About Us page, and we've got the About Us page content. What you can do if you realize actually you want to add more sections to this, you want to click on the add section here, and it's going to show you all of the pre-designed sections that you have, and it's split into categories. So there are sections that help you sort of you as an about section, there's a team section, so then you can just go through and just click in. For example, if you want to add a meet the team section, there's already a design for that. There's 3 designs that you can choose from. You can add like a contact section, and it'll show you the designs for a bunch of different contact sections, and these are all pre-built, they're mobile ready, and it just means then you don't need to spend time creating a new design section. You can just use one that's already built, and then using your branding as well. So for example, if we go this one for the meet the team section, we can just click into that, and it'll add itself to wherever it is that we want to add it to. And what we're going to do is change and we are going to update this section here as well. Again, it's really important to note that you're when it comes to building your site, you want to make sure it's optimized for SEO as much as possible. That includes making sure that every single page has a heading 1 tag and only one heading 1 tag. You don't want more than one, and you don't want any heading 1 tags as well. You need to make sure that there's only one heading 1 tag. But you can see we've added this section, and all we need to do now is update the images and update the text. So for example, if you want to know how to update any kind of section, what you need to do is click into the section, and you're looking for something like edit section, or in this case it's manage items. So everything in here is like an item, and if you click on that, you can click on each of the items and drag them around if you needed to, and then you need to click on each individual element if you want to edit the text, if you want to edit, for example, this image, and things like that. So for example, if you wanted to edit an image, we just want to click into the image here. You're looking for the image to be selected, and it comes up image here, and then you want to click on change image to actually change the image to the one that you want. Once you click on that, it'll open the Wix media library, and from here you can choose images that you've already uploaded. You can upload your own media if you click on upload media, and it'll open up your file explorer on the computer, and then once you're done, you just select the image that you want. As I mentioned before, Wix does have their own media library of image galleries that you can use, and all of these images are free to use. So you're looking for media from Wix, and these are essentially stock images, placeholder images that you can use to update your website. And these, again, so they're copyright free. You don't need to give any credit, you don't need to buy anything. You just look for the image that you want. You can search for it specifically, or you can use from the homepage here, and you just want to click on choose image, and then that's it. That's an image that you use from media from Wix, and you don't need to tag them or anything like that. You can just use the images as needed, and then you can just click into each element and just change like the content, change the links, things like that. It's all kind of done and dusted for you. And then once you're done, you just want to click on save. Again, if you wanted to switch pages, you just want to click on the page switcher and then just switch the page as you need. And what you can also do is add pages. So for example, you have all these pages that we selected from the ADI Builder questions, but if you wanted to add another page, say for like a art history page or any other kind of page really, what you want to do is click on Manage Pages and you're looking for Add Page. And what you can do is you can add a completely blank page, or you can go through some of the page templates and you can basically just pick from one of the page templates, so you're not just building a whole new page from scratch. And then all you need to do is just select the page that it is that you want to add and just like the look of the most, and then you can just change the layout of it as well. So for example, if we go with this one, you'll use click Add Page, and you can see it's added its page here. You want to make sure that you give it a name, and then you can just click here and do name, and then you can see it's being added to the nav bar. You can always change the placement of it by clicking into Sites and Pages and just changing the order around, but essentially it gets automatically added. And then all you need to do in this section now is just change all the content, add images, add videos, things like that. So it's very kind of user friendly and all of that as well. So site editing is made really easy with Wix. Again, it's back to that drag and drop section and already pre-built designs for you. So there's nothing really that you're designing from scratch, but it's still customizable. You can still use your own fonts, themes, your own pictures, things like that. When it comes to things like editing the products and any blogs, that's usually done on the dashboard. So if you go back to the Wix site dashboard, you'll see some other tabs, for example for products, lined up on the left. So you can see on the left you've got your store products, and the really good thing about Wix is that when it comes to their store products, you only need to set it up in the back end. You don't then need to go in the front end and set it up there. You just need to add all your products, whether they're physical products or digital products, variable products or whatever it is. Add all of the details like the name, description, the price, any images, all of that gets filled in on the back end just over here, and it's all very kind of laid out for you as well, so very kind of laid out with the text, so you know exactly what you're filling in and things like that. And then once you click save and you publish the event, or then you publish the product, it's already added to you on the front end, so you don't need to actually edit the front end of the site as well. You can just have the front end of the site ready to go with all your content and just add all the products, add all your blogs on the back end as well. So as mentioned before, Wix is mostly free. So Wix, the actual builder is free to use, adding in all the platforms, adding in all the apps, they're free to use as well. Payment usually starts to come in when it comes to actually publishing your site and putting it live. So right now the site is just saved, it's not live yet. If we click on this publish button, your site will then go live, and by that it means users can see it with a link and Google can start indexing your site as well. So if we click publish, it'll start saving all your changes and it'll start putting it live, and you'll get this message here that says congratulations, your site is published and live online. As mentioned before, Wix does have a completely free option. With the free option, you can host your site, you can have your site, you can design your site exactly how you want it with all the images, add all the products and things like that. They have paid versions of their plans and they have the free versions of their plans. So with the free version of the plan, just to kind of show you, the two main caveats that you'll find with the free version of the plan is while you'll have your site kind of ready to go with a link and easy for people to kind of access, the first thing that you'll notice is you don't get a custom domain. So the domain is made up with Wix branding, so it'll be the name of your account, .wixsite.com / the name of the store, or / the name of the site that you gave it in the beginning. And the other caveat is that there are ads are placed around your site. So you can see on this website here, obviously we've got the site exactly how we designed it, but then at the top of the site, that's on every single page of the site at every single point, is the Wix ad at the top. And again, so depending on your budget, the free site might be the way to go. However, if possible, you definitely want to think about removing the ads, choosing a plan that has the ads removed and also allows you to have a custom domain. The reason why it's important to have a custom domain is a domain like this is not easy to remember for users, and it doesn't fit well with your branding as well. So you want to make sure that you get your own domain, and you can buy that through Wix, or you can buy that through any other domain provider and connect it to Wix. That's also an option. And then you also want to make sure you get rid of those apps. But again, Wix, up until this point, Wix is fully free. I haven't paid a single thing. Setting up the account was free. Setting up, using the ADI Builder was free. Changing the images, adding products, all of that is free. And so far I haven't actually spent anything. The other thing to note is that if you have something, for example, that makes people want to either take payments onto your site, then you want to make sure that you have some payment methods set up. But the only way to really take payments on the site is to use one of their paid Wix plans. So Wix have a few Wix plans, but not all. But if you have the free version, you're not allowed to take payments. So this goes for if you have a shopping facility. So if you have this kind of shop section here, people can view your products, they can click into it and read more about your products. They can add it to the cart if they wanted to. However, they can't go ahead and purchase those products because you don't have any payment methods set up, and the free plan doesn't allow you to take payments just yet. So you need to upgrade to a higher paid plan as well. The good thing about Wix Payments is that they have a range of different plans to kind of suit your business needs and to suit your budget, and they have one of the most affordable hosting plans that there are when it comes to hosting your website. To have a look at their hosting plans, what you want to do is just go into your dashboard again, and you want to click on upgrade. Or if you click on home, you want to go into upgrade, and it'll show you the different plans that they have. So the plan is split into three. You've got basic website plans, business and e-commerce, and you've got enterprise plans. So with the business plans and the website plans, they'll show you some actual plans. And then with the enterprise plans, this is more of a call to action to request a call with Wix. If you have a very large scale business and none of the pre-made plans you think will work for you, then the enterprise plan just gives you the opportunity to actually speak to a Wix representative, tell them about your business needs, and they'll be able to give you a custom plan that suits you a bit more. So that's a really flexible option if you want that. But then the other options then are the basic website plans and the business and e-commerce plans. It's important to note, so if you have any kind of functionality where you want to take payments on your site, whether that's payments for your products, payments for any events that people can book for, then you need to have a business and e-commerce plans. The business and e-commerce plan will let you actually take payments. If you have a standard brochure build website where you just have forms and you just have contact forms and things like that, or a blog, then a simple website plan will be fine. And you can see the different amounts each of these plans go for. So you have the most expensive, which is VIP, and then you've got Connect Domain, which is the most basic, and it's also the cheapest. So when it comes to the most basic, this essentially will allow you to connect a custom domain. So if you have a domain bought, or if you want to buy a domain, you can, and then you can connect it using the Wix custom domain plan. The only problem with this one is that you still get the Wix ads. So the ads that I shown you earlier, they still have. So for that reason, I don't really recommend the Connect domain. But you can, if you're really on a budget, it's not the worst thing. The most important thing then is to actually have your custom domain in there. And then you have the next plan up then is the combo. So again, you get the custom domain, but this one is will give you the ad-free version of it, so you won't get any ads with this one. So it's slightly less cheaper than the more expensive versions, but you do get the custom domain, and you do remove all the Wix branding as well. Next thing, you have the Unlimited and the VIP. These are two of the more expensive plans. With all these three, the VIP, Unlimited, and the Combo, you do get the custom domain, and you remove the free Wix branding. The main difference between these three plans, though, is the storage space and the amount of bandwidth that you get. So bandwidth being essentially the performance, like the speed of your website, basically. So the more bandwidth that you have, the faster your website would be. So with the VIP and Unlimited, with the VIP and Unlimited, you get an unlimited amount of bandwidth, and with the Combo, you get the 2 GB, and Connect Domain is the 1 GB. And then you have the storage space as well. So the storage space is the highest in the VIP section, and the Combo has 3 GB. So depending on how big your website is, and this could be, and things like the amount of pages, the amount of products, the amount of imagery, all of that adds to your storage space. So depending on how big that is, you might need to go for the 10 GB, you might need to go to the VIP, or you might need to go for the combo as well. Everything else is more or less the same. And all of them have and the main difference between the VIP as well, as opposed to all of them, is that you get priority customer care. So all of them come with a 24/7 customer care, and Wix's customer service is actually really good. You can phone or email them, or you can phone or create a ticket with them at any time if you're having issues with your account, any billing issues, domain issues, even with issues using the actual editor. And Wix will get back to you via phone or through the support ticket, and anything else that you're having trouble with. So all of them have the 24/7 customer care, but with the VIP, you just get seen to a lot quicker. So that's the main difference between all of them. And again, what's important is you might not actually understand, how much storage space that you might need. So with the Wix plan, it's not fixed. So if you, for example, go for the combo and you realize you're running out of storage space, and Wix will tell you when you're close to running out of storage space, they will ask you to upgrade, and at that point you can upgrade to a higher hosting plan. And if you are using, say, the highest one, and you realize actually you don't need that much space, you can always downgrade as well. So there's no minimum amount you can have it, or it's not like a you decide now and you decide how many months you need. You can upgrade and downgrade as you need. So again, if you have a simple brochure, build a website, some blogs, portfolio, you're happy enough, you can just use the website plans. If you are taking some form of payment, then you need one of the business and e-commerce plans. And these plans are a little bit more expensive than the website plans. So their cheapest plan is £15, and their most expensive plan goes for £27 a month. And with all of them, you get everything that's included with the basic website plans, so the custom domain, no branding, things like that. The other things then that you get is the amount of storage and bandwidth as well. So all of them have unlimited bandwidth, but the storage space, as you can see, is a lot more. And then obviously with the business VIP, you get the priority customer care. And all of these plans will allow you to accept online payments. So again, it goes back to how big your site is going to be, if you need all that storage space or not. But again, you can upgrade and downgrade as you need to as well. If you scroll down, you can sort of see even more kind of features that they have. And if even at any point you're not sure what plan to go for, you can always get in contact with Wix, and they can sort of talk you through what each of their plans would be for, and you can let them know what you need a Wix plan for as well. But essentially, you just want to pick one of these plans. Once you've selected a plan, you just click on select, and you want to go for one of the business billing cycles as well. So you can do £18 every month. So you can do pay for monthly. The problem with paying for monthly is that it tends to be a lot cheaper if you were to buy one of the yearly or 2-year ones. And also with every single plan that you have for the business and e-commerce, and also the basic plans, apart from the connect domain, you get a free domain for 1 year. So if you haven't got a domain yet, what you can do is you can purchase a domain while you're purchasing a hosting plan. Pick one of the basic billing plans, and you want to make sure that you either go yearly, 2 years, or 3 years. And then you get a free domain voucher, and then you can use that to have a 1 year of 1 year free of a domain purchase. So once you're done, you just click on you enter your card information, invoice details, and then you just pay for your hosting amount basically. Once you've filled in your details, you just want to submit your purchase, and then that is your site hosted on a Wix platform with the ads removed, and then the only thing you need to do then is connect your domain once you have it. So there you go, a very brief kind of overview on using the Wix ADI Builder. Using Wix is a really fast option, and it's great for people who don't have any kind of coding background whatsoever, but they need a website, but maybe it's not in their budget to hire out someone to build a website for them, or to use any kind of custom theme as well. It's a really good kind of option to do that. As your website grows, as your company grows, you might find that Wix might not have enough resources to support your website, in which case that's maybe the time to look elsewhere. That will include more costs, but hopefully your business will also be growing at that point, and your budget for a website and web development will kind of increase with that as well. But in the beginning, in the meantime, it's definitely an option worth considering, especially when you consider how easy the ADI is to use and how it is basically free to start using as well. So now what we're going to do is go into our store products, and this is where we're going to start selling our subscription-based products as well. So you can see in the beginning, we do have a few products that's already set up. These are just placeholder products that Wix have come up with, just so they have the placeholder on the website. What we're going to do is we're going to click on new product, and we are going to add our products. So Wix gives you the option to add a physical product and a digital product as well. The main difference between them is essentially physical products, you will need to set up some shipping and delivery rules, so users can actually receive their product, whereas digital files, they'll receive their product immediately as soon as they've successfully completed their purchase, and it's something that you upload to Wix so they can download immediately. So just to keep in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to do physical product. So we are going to start setting up our first subscription products. The first thing that we are going to sell are, for example, in this website, we are going to offer some self-care products. So the first thing that you want to do when you start setting up your product is type in a name for your product. Just at the very top, you can see I've just gone with relaxing lavender bath salts, but you just want to type in the name of the product up here. It's what's going to show up for the customer, it's what's going to show up on your invoices, all of that. So you want to make sure that it's the exact name that you want it. And then the next thing that you want to do is add images. So you can add images and videos with Wix, and you want to make sure that you add as clear images as possible, and images of the actual product itself to encourage users to actually buy your product. You can upload your media, or you can get media from Wix, but again, when it comes to product images, you want to make sure that you're using actual images of your products. In this example, we're just going to look up some bath salt images. And you can add quite a few products, it doesn't have to be images, it doesn't have to be just the one. You want to add as much as possible. The next step you want to do is add in the generic info of your product. So you've got the name already. You can decide if you want to add a ribbon. This will basically add a little label to the product listing to make it stand out. If you click on this, see how your ribbons will look. I'll show you how to look, but you can see here the little ribbon over here. So one says new, one says type of design. So it makes it stand out a little bit. And it just means that you can add things like new is a common one, or new arrivals, or sale, something like that, just to make it stand out. The next thing you want to do is add a description, and again, product description is really important. You want to encourage users to buy, and you want it to be as descriptive as possible, so users know exactly what to expect. It'll lower the chances of people wanting to return. What you can do is use their Generate AI text tool, and this will basically create a product description for you. So things like, you'll just need to add the product name, business type, being, and what would you like to your customers to know. And then you just want to give it a description of what you want is on the text. And you just ask the AI to create the text for you, and you've got 3 options. You can read through all of the options as well, and what you can do is if you don't like the options fully but you like certain parts of it, just pick and choose parts of it that you want to use. You don't have to use it exactly, but you essentially just want to click on use text with the one that you're happy with, make any edits to it if you need to, or just leave it as, and it's free, copyright free text that you can use, and it can save some time as well. And also, because the AI knows it's for product descriptions, it's written as a product description, so that's quite interesting for the users to buy as well. Next thing you want to do is add any additional info sections. This is good for things like if you want to add a return policy, care instructions for a product like this. Maybe you want to add like a how to use section. Again, just so that they make the proper use out of the products, and they again know exactly what they're getting, to reduce the risk of customer dissatisfaction or any kind of returns, things like that. And you can add a few info sections if you want. You can have one how to use, you can have one for return policy, things like that. Then you want to add a price. So because this is a subscription product, we are going to skip this part for now, and we are actually going to go down a little bit. So you can do your inventory and shipping. This just allows you to track how many people are buying it. You can have it as simple in stock, out of stock. That way people can buy as many as they want. If you do set a number for the inventory, it just means then this product can only be bought, for example, 50 times. And then afterwards it'll say out of stock. So it's up to you. It gives you more indication and gives you more control over your stock levels. But if you're happy enough to just track inventory like this is also fine as well. Next, the product subscription. So what we're going to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on subscriptions. Now, because we're on the free plan, it's showing this message that it's an advanced business plan feature. You can still set it up, but later if you want to continue with that and use and offer this feature to your customers, you do need to expand to the business plan, but we will go over that in, later in the video. But you have the subscription info here, and you just want to give the subscription name. And you can give it as a tagline, so subscribe and save 15% to you can make it more enticing to the user. And you just want to set up the subscription. So for example, if you wanted to set up a monthly subscription, there is a limit on the characters, so just be careful. So we'll say repeats every month, and expires after. You can do custom expiry or never expires, and you want to say 15% off the regular price. So actually if we click on apply, yeah, so you want to do £15 actually for the pricing. And then when it comes to creating the subscription, you just want to do this discount offer. Repeats every month and expires. And then we're going to do, you can either do a percentage discount or you can do a price discount. We'll just do percentage and we'll click price. And you just want to make sure you have all of these filled in. So there's two ways you can offer this product afterwards. You either want to offer this product as a subscription only. So we have a bath salt supply. What we'll do is we'll rename this. And then we can add another one as quarterly. You just want to give it a memorable name. And this will be every 4 months. So you can offer this product as a subscription only, so they can only choose a monthly bath salts subscription or a quarterly, and they can see exactly how much they will pay for that. Or you can do it as a subscription or for a one-time purchase, and that way people can either pick one of the subscriptions or they can buy it at full price without the discount. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And that's it. The other thing that you want to also just make sure is that you have the categories set up as well. If you have categories for fitness, mindfulness, and self-care, it just helps organize the products a little bit better. And then you can also just make sure it shows in online store as well. And that's it. You'll see this message come up if you haven't paid for a plan yet, but the only other things you need to do now is add a payment provider that supports recurring payments. So this can be Wix payments or Stripe. We'll go over that in a bit as well. And then you also want to get advanced business tools, which is the Wix plan essentially, so people can actually buy subscriptions from your store. But for now, you can just click save and you've already set up a subscription product, and you can set up as many subscription products as you want. It's up to you. So now let's go over the Wix plans. So we've got our website set up, it's designed how we want it, we've set up the products. Now it's time to actually buy a plan and a domain as well. So here we have the Wix premium pricing. So right now we're on the free plan and we can continue with that, but we miss out on all of the e-commerce features. There's no personal branding to it, and we have a Wix subdomain and there's ads. So you don't want to keep that if you want to continue with a professional website and if you want the e-commerce features as well. So they have their plans now. As of right now, they do have a sale on their premium plans on a few of them. Their sales come and go as well, so make sure you keep an eye on them to see whenever they do have sales on their premium plans. But you basically have the plans here. So you've got the light plan. This is one of the cheaper plans at $7.50 a month. Usually, right now it's obviously there's the core plan that's cheaper, but usually this is the cheapest plan. You get about 2 GB storage space, free domain, and a marketing suite, and you get the basic kind of e-commerce features as well. Then you've got the core right now, which offers the same as everything, but a little bit more storage space, more collaborators, and allows you to accept payments as well. Then you have the business plan, which is a really good kind of starting off point if you already have a slightly bigger business. You have 10 collaborators, a lot more storage space. You get the standard analytics and standard e-commerce as well. If you click on compare plan features, you can see a little bit more of what you can actually do. So for example, plans and recurring payments is offered in the core and business. It's not offered in the light. And you also get sales tax as well. And it depends on which kind of plan that you have as well. So you can compare the plan features a lot more. And then you've got the business elite for your much bigger businesses. You have the advanced marketing suite. You've got unlimited storage space, a lot more advanced e-commerce features, and you can again scroll down and see a bit more as well. If you have a very specific type of website, or if you aren't sure which plan is right for you, I think it's best to contact their sales, and they'll be able to pick a plan that's great for you, or even tailor a plan that's tailored for you as well. But yes, if you want to continue, you want to make sure you use one of these plans, and you want to carefully just compare the plan features and just make sure that whatever it is that you want to have is available within your plan. With Wix, you can always scale, downgrade or upgrade to a plan as well, so it's not set in stone. If you want to start off on the core plan but realize actually you need a bit more space, you can always upgrade to the business plan and vice versa. So it's up to you how you want to do that. But yeah, the plan is all here. And what's also really good is that all of these plans have a free domain for 1 year. So if you don't have a domain purchased yet, you can purchase a domain through Wix and you get that first year free. So let's talk a little bit about purchasing a domain in general. But what is a domain? A website domain is the unique address that identifies a website on the internet. It's the name that people type into their web browsers to access a particular site. It consists of 2 parts, the actual name and the top-level domain, in other words, the TLD. For example, in the domain name google.com, Google is the actual name and .com is the TLD. TLDs can indicate different types of websites, such as .com for commercial websites, .edu for educational institutions, and .org for non-profit organizations. Domain names have to be registered through a domain registrar, which is a company that manages the reservation of domain names. Once a domain is registered, the owner can use it to create a website and set up email addresses and lots more. It's important to choose a domain name that is easy to remember, relevant to your website or business, and available to register. Additionally, some TLDs are more popular than others and can affect the perception of your website, so it's important to choose a TLD that fits the purpose of your website. So, how do you buy a domain? There's general steps to buying a domain. The first thing that you need to do is choose a domain registrar. There are loads of domain registrars available, like GoDaddy, Namecheap, and Google Domains. And you want to choose a registrar that offers the domain extension that you want, but also has a good reputation for customer service and security. Once you've chosen a registrar, you need to use their search domain tool to find domain names that match your desired name and TLD. If the domain name you want is already taken, the registrar may suggest alternatives, or you can try a different TLD. And then after selecting an available domain name, follow the steps to register and purchase the domain. And you'll need to provide your contact and payment information and agree to the registrar's terms of service. And then you'll need to configure it with your website hosting. And this can involve setting up domain name servers like DNS, and configuring domain settings, which can usually be done through the registrar's website. We'll go through some of the steps today. As I mentioned before, there's loads of domain registrars out there that have good reputation, good pricing, and good customer service. In today's example, we'll use GoDaddy. GoDaddy is one of the most popular domain registrars in the world. They are known for offering a wide range of domain extensions and affordable pricing for domain registrations. With GoDaddy, they do have the domain search that allows you to search for available domain names quickly and easily, and they also offer suggestions for alternative domain names if your desired name is already taken. They do offer competitive pricing for domain registrations, with a lot of domains are available for less than $20 a year. They also offer discounts for bulk purchases or multiple year registrations. And they also have a variety of additional services to help you build and manage your website, like their own website hosting, their own website builders, email hosting, and loads more. They also offer a domain management dashboard where you can manage all of your domains in one place in case you have more than one. And they have a large customer support team available 24/7 to help you with any issues that you may encounter. And they offer phone, chat, and email support, as well as a really dedicated knowledge base with helpful articles and tutorials. So to get started with GoDaddy, what you want to do is go onto their website, and you're looking for the domain search tool up here, and you're basically just going to type in the domain that you want, including the TLD that you want as well. And then you just want to click on search domain. So what GoDaddy will do then will tell you if your domain is taken, and if it is, they will offer a alternative, and if it's not, then they'll be able to give you the opportunity to buy it. So in this example, you can see that the domain that I wanted is taken. So what I'm going to do is look at the alternatives. There's one over here that they recommend. You can see they've got great alternative. So it's just changing the TDL. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you can see even more domain names that are similar to the one that I wanted, but different, maybe slightly with slight variations. And you can go through each of them as well. Maybe you like the look of some of them more, and you can see the pricing for all of them as well. What GoDaddy will also do will kind of push for you to buy bundles of domains, and this can be useful for a few things. If you have different TLDs for your domain name, it just means then you have full ownership of that domain name, and then you can redirect each of the other domain names to the main one, but you don't have to. You can always just stick to the one that you have. Once you decide which one that you want, what you want to do is click on make it yours. So you want to look at the pricing, and you can see those different kind of pricing, but they also offer loads of offers. So for example, this one is originally $34.99, but you can get it for as little as $1.99 with a 2-year registration, for the first year with a 2-year registration. So meaning that you'll register it for 2 years, but you'll pay $1.99 for the first year. And what you want to do is click on make it yours, and then you can see it's just adding to the cart. And once it's been added to the cart, you can see the pricing on it as well. What you can do is buy multiple domains. If there's other domains that you want to buy, you can just add as many domains as you need and then just add it to the cart. And then once you're done, you just want to click on continue to cart. You'll need to create an account in order to purchase and then manage your domains. And once you've created an account, it'll ask you to finalize any kind of details. So there's additional features that GoDaddy offer, and one of them is the data privacy for your domain. So GoDaddy anyway includes free privacy protection to guard your personal info, meaning that, as mentioned before, you can find out who owns the site and the contact info, using the WHOIS database to search for it, but you can always hide that information. This is one way to do it, and GoDaddy's domains include that free protection. But they also offer even more protection. So in the full domain protection, they have additional security protection that prevents hackers from stealing your domain or making other unauthorized changes, adds two-factor verification, and it also matches length of domain term as well. And that is another additional price per year on top of what you're already paying for your domain. Then they also have the ultimate domain protection, which is everything that the full domain has. And then it also allows you to hold on to your domain name for an extra 90 days if your billing method expires. Seeing as because you are only registering that domain for, say, 1 year, it just means then after the end of that 1 year, if you don't renew that registration immediately, then that domain becomes free for anyone to buy. It doesn't matter if you've had that domain for maybe like 2, 3, 4 years. As soon as the registration expires and you haven't renewed it, it's free for anyone to buy. And this can be really disastrous if you rely on your domain name a lot, especially if you've got a high traffic website. People can then use that domain name and move all that traffic to their own website and things like that. So with the ultimate domain protection, it does allow you to hold on to your domain name for another 90 days even after your method expires, because and just means then you have more time, and it's just a kind of an extra layer of security. And then again, that's just another fee per year on top of what you're already paying. So it's up to you how you want to, which of the privacy protections that you want. But you do get the free privacy protection for your domain name, so it'll replace your personal info with proxy information in the WHOIS directory. There's also additional things like adding a professional email, things like that. And then once you're done, you just want to click on continue to cart. At this point, you can see an overview of what you're buying. So you can get the domain registration. You can decide how long you want the domain registration for. And then once you've selected what you want to buy and selected all the features, you just want to click on I'm ready to pay. And then provide your contact, payment information, and agree to GoDaddy's terms of service. Once you have purchased a domain, you'll need to configure it to work with your website hosting. And if you are already hosted with GoDaddy, then you can do it through GoDaddy's website, but it can also involve setting up your own DNS and configuring your own domain settings. The process of buying a domain is fairly similar with the other popular domain registrars like Namecheap and 123reg. You search for the domain, you select how long you want to register it for. If they have any additional features, you just select as many as you want and then just pay for it and then manage everything within the domain. GoDaddy is one of the most popular domain registrars in the world, but it has faced some criticism for their pushing a lot of their marketing tactics, and some users have reported issues with their customer service, but they remain a really popular choice for domain registration and offer a variety of useful features for website owners as well. So how do you pick a good domain name for your website? Choosing a good domain name for your website is really important in building your online presence, and you need to make sure that your domain name is user-friendly and SEO-friendly. Some things that you want to consider, you want to keep it simple and memorable. So you want to choose a name that's easy to remember and easy to type. So avoid using too many numbers, hyphens, or complicated words that can be confusing for users. You want to use keywords and just incorporate the relevant keywords into your domain name, and that those words could kind of describe the content or the focus of your website. This can help with the SEO and make it easier for users to find your site as well. You want to consider the TLD, so the top level domain, and that's basically that extension that we talked about at the end of the domain name, like .com, .org, .net. So you want to choose a TLD that is appropriate for your website and target audience. So for example, .com is the most popular and widely recognized TLD, but there are loads of other options that may be more relevant to your specific niche or industry. And you want to, before registering a domain name, you want to make sure to check for any potential trademark or infringement issues. You can search this in the Patent and Trademarks Office database to see if your desired domain name is already trademarked or anything like that. So by following these guidelines, you can choose a domain name that is user-friendly, SEO-friendly, and reflects the brand identity of your website. Using the WHOIS database. So the WHOIS database is a publicly available directory, and it contains information about domain name registrants, and this information can be used to look up the owner, registrar, and other details about a particular domain name. So you want to look up the WHOIS lookup website, and there's loads of websites that offer WHOIS lookup services like ICANN, WHOIS, and WHOIS.net, WHOIS.net, and WHO.is. So you just want to pick from any one of those. And then usually with them, what you need to do is look for the search bar and just type into the search bar the name of the name of the website that you want to know who owns, and you just want to click on search. And then what they'll do is they'll give you info on the registrar. Look, so who did they use to register? In this case, it's GoDaddy. When it expires, when it was registered, their name servers and things like that. And the registrar data is this part here. Now, if you remember from when we were buying a domain from GoDaddy, they did offer all of GoDaddy's domains offer privacy. So all of the contact information, register information has been replaced by a proxy. So we don't actually know the actual address. And this can be the case for a lot of the domains that you have. A lot of domain owners choose to keep their information private or use a third-party service to mask their contact information. And there's also some WHOIS lookup results that may show limited or incomplete information. Additionally, some domain registrars may have their own WHOIS lookup tools that provide more detailed information about the domain registration, but the ones that we have here will only show what's there. And in this case, they're all being protected by the GoDaddy's domain protection. And that's it. So we have covered creating a Wix website and creating a subscription-based Wix website, and talk a little about domains as well. It's really important that when you are creating a website, you need to make sure that, first of all, is it even something that you want and have the ability to do? Wix is a really great place to start if you're building a website on your own, but the other option is to work with a website development agency. So what is meant by web maintenance? Web maintenance refers to the ongoing process of managing and updating a website to ensure that it continues to function effectively and meet its intended goals. It involves lots of tasks and activities aimed at keeping a website up and running smoothly, improving its performance, and ensuring its security. Some key aspects of web maintenance includes content updates, so regularly adding new content, updating existing information, and removing outdated content to keep the website relevant and engaging. Security updates as well, and this includes implementing security protocols. Security protocols and updates to protect the website from hacking attempts, malware, and other online threats. Identifying and fixing any technical or bug issues that may arise, such as broken links, error messages, or display problems. Monitoring and optimizing the website's loading speed, responsiveness, and just overall performance to provide a better user experience. SEO, so constantly updating the search engine optimization for all the posts, pages, and plugins of the website. Regularly backing up a website's data and having a plan in place for data recovery in case of unexpected issues or disasters. Keeping the website's content management system, or the CMS, plugins, themes, and other software components up to date to ensure security and functionality. Server and hosting management, so making sure that the hosting that's currently provided for the website is accurate and enough to handle the website's traffic, performance, and things like that. User experience enhancements, so making improvements to the website's design, nav, and usability to enhance the user experience and encourage user engagement. Using tools and analytics to track website performance, user behavior, and traffic trends, making informed decisions based on the data. And monitoring analytics and compliance and legal updates. So staying up to date with legal requirements such as privacy policy, accessibility standards, and ensuring that the website complies with them at all times. Web maintenance is really crucial for businesses and organizations to maintain a professional online presence, provide a positive user experience, and achieve their online goals. Neglecting web maintenance can lead to security vulnerabilities, decreased user satisfaction, and a decline in website performance. Therefore, it's an ongoing commitment to keep a website healthy and effective. So what role can agencies play in web maintenance services? So agencies can play a significant role in website maintenance because they offer expertise, resources, and a range of services to ensure that a website remains up to date, secure, and optimized. These agencies specialize in managing and optimizing websites, and their expertise can help clients ensure that their online presence remains effective, secure, and up to date. Some key roles and services that website agencies can offer in web maintenance is their technical expertise, regular updates, and this can be software updates, they can be content updates, things like that, just to make sure that everything's running smoothly and everything is up to date for Google and for the user. Security monitoring, implementing firewalls, regular security audits to protect the website from threats like hacking, malware, and data breaches. Performance optimization is a big one, making sure that the performance is accurate and as high speed as possible. They may run audits from time to time and suggest improvements and make those improvements for you. SEO services, again, a lot of agencies can help clients maintain or improve their website search engine ranking by optimizing content, meta tags, and other SEO elements. Website agencies can bring a wealth of experience and resources to web maintenance, allowing clients to focus on their core business activities while entrusting the care of their online assets to experts. This partnership can help businesses and organizations maintain a competitive and online secure presence. So using an agency to help with website maintenance offers several benefits, making it a really valuable investment for businesses and organizations. Some key advantages include expertise. So website maintenance agencies have a team of experts with diverse skills and experience in web development, design, security, and optimization. They stay up to date with industry best practices and can provide valuable insights and solutions. Outsourcing website maintenance to an agency allows you to focus on your core business activities while professionals take care of your website, and this saves you time, allows you to be more productive. Agencies can often provide cost-effective solutions compared to hiring in-house staff or freelancers, and they can also tailor their services to specific needs, making it a flexible and budget-friendly option. Agencies are proactive in applying software updates, security patches, and performance improvements to your website. This helps keep your site secure and running smoothly. With ongoing monitoring and quick responses to issues, agencies can minimize downtime, ensuring that your website remains accessible to users 24/7. Agencies implement robust security measures, conduct regular security audits, and stay vigilant against online threats, reducing the risk of data breaches and cyber attacks. They can improve your website's performance, speed, and user experience, which can lead to higher user satisfaction and better search engine rankings. Scalability, so agencies can help adapt your business to your changing needs. So whether you need to scale up your website or add new features or handle increased traffic, they have the resources and expertise to support your growth. Agencies are often at the forefront of technological advancements and can recommend and implement the latest tools and strategies to keep your website competitive. They also provide insights into your website's performance through analytics, allowing you to make data-driven decisions and refine your online strategy. Agencies can help ensure your website complies with legal requirements, accessibility standards, and industry regulations, reducing the risk of legal action. Many agencies offer 24/7 support, so you can get the assistance with critical issues at any time, minimizing disruptions to your business. And knowing that your website is in the hands of a professional who are dedicated to its maintenance and security can provide peace of mind and reduce stress associated with website management. In summary, using a website maintenance agency offers a comprehensive, cost-effective, and efficient way to ensure that your website remains secure, up-to-date, and optimized for performance. It allows you to focus on your growing business while leaving the technical aspects to experts. So how do you pick a good agency to work with? Choosing the right agency to work with your website maintenance is crucial to ensuring your success and security of your online presence. Here are some steps to help you pick a good one. The first thing that you need to do is define your own needs and goals. So before searching for an agency, determine your specific website maintenance needs and objective. Are you looking for someone to help you with regular content updates, security monitoring, performance optimization, or everything? You need help with everything. Knowing your goals will help you find an agency that can actually meet them. So next up is actually researching and shortlisting. So start by researching online agencies. Look at their websites as the biggest example to see how they engage in their work, what their work is like, the professionalism and quality of their work, especially if they have a portfolio section. Agencies will have a showcase of their previous past work with clients, and you can really see what kind of work they've done, what the challenges were for each work, and overall user satisfaction. Client testimonials, case studies, and you want to create a short list of agencies that seem to align with your requirements and also have a good reputation. You want to use with the portfolio section, you can also assess the agency's expertise and experience. So look for agencies with a track record of successfully maintaining websites in your industry or that have similar requirements. Experience is a good indicator of competence as well. It's also good to review all of the services that they offer. Ensure that the agency offers the specific services that you need. Some agencies specialize in certain areas like security, performance, or content updates, and some agencies have the skills and the resources to do it all, including digital marketing services, web design development services, and any content and marketing services as well. So choose one that can provide a comprehensive package or tailor their services to your own needs. And don't hesitate to ask questions, clarify any doubt that you have or concerns they might have before making a decision. It's very easy to find contact information for agencies on their website. They should have sort of like a general sort of hotline. You can contact them on social media or even send in a form if they have one as well. It's also a really good idea to check out some testimonials, and the best way to do that is on Google. So you can use the agency's Google My Business profile to see if there are any reviews from Google, and these you want to look for reviews from the newest. So you can look for the highest reviews as well, and really just get a feel for what past users have said about using the company and their experiences, and it gives you an idea of how your experience will be whenever you use this as well. Trust your instincts. Choose an agency that not only meets your technical requirements, but also feels like a good fit in terms of communication and rapport. By following these steps and conducting thorough research, you can increase your chances of selecting an agency that will provide excellent website maintenance services and contribute to the success of your online presence. And that's a wrap on our video today about building a consulting website on Wix. I hope you find the video informative. If you liked it, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and follow us for even more videos on everything tech, website design, and development. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.